Welcome to this episode of Q&A with Liturgy Man. I'm Taylor Burton-Edwards, Liturgy Man, your Director of Worship Resources with Discipleship Ministries of United Methodist Church. I am your apportionment dollars at work to help you strengthen worship and the leadership of worship where you are. We're in part 3 of our 3-part series on worship and copyright. And today we're going to look at 3 additional kinds of licenses that your congregation may need, depending upon what copyrighted works it wants to use, how it wants to make use of them, and in some cases, where it wants to use them. These 3 are a video license, a mechanical license, and a performance license. A video license is necessary to show in any form, any part of any video resource in the course of worship or in other ministries of your church. The basic performance and display rights of U.S. copyright law do not cover motion pictures. That's why you need to get an additional video license. The primary provider of video licenses for Christian churches in the U.S. is cvli.com. Check out their website and see what service or combination of services may be most appropriate for your particular ministry. The second major kind of additional license is a mechanical license. Mechanical license gives you the authorization to make copies onto physical media of the live performance of your entire worship service. If you have the standard CCLI license, that includes a right for you to make those copies onto physical media of that worship service in a limited way. And the limitations are 2. One is the number of copies you can make depending upon your church size and the license you purchase. And the other is that you can only include live performed music. It cannot include in that recording any accompaniment tracks or other pre-recorded other copyrighted materials. Those are not covered by that mechanical license. If you don't have CCLI, and instead you have onelicense.net, one license does not come with a mechanical license. So if you wish to make recordings of your service, audio or video, you need to contact onelicense.net and find out from them their best recommendations for how you can obtain the mechanical licenses you need to do that for the resources in their catalogs. The third kind of license is a performance license. A performance license gives you the authorization to perform certain kinds of music in certain kinds of places. The performance license is of one of 2 types. There's a small rights and then there's grand rights. And the difference is whether it is a dramatico-musical work or not. A dramatico-musical work is any form of music to which appended to it and an integral part of it is a larger drama or choreography or dance or pantomime or artistic display. If these 2 things were actually created together, then what you need in that instance is grand rights to perform any of them. If that particular dramatico-musical work is of a religious nature, you may perform elements of it in worship as part of an integral part of the worship service, but not as like a concert in the middle of the worship service, simply as part of that worship service. Otherwise, you need to obtain grand rights, and grand rights can only be obtained through the publisher of that particular dramatico-musical work. There is no blanket licensing company that tries to negotiate those. You need to negotiate those individually with the publisher. Simply buying the books that you or your ministry group would use to be able to perform it does not, by purchasing the books, give you the rights to perform a dramatico-musical work in the United States. You have to negotiate the grand rights. Small rights, on the other hand, are for just music that is only music. Music with words, but not any sort of drama or dance or choreography or other things necessarily attached to it. For most cases, for all cases for worship, for performance rights, churches have performance rights, small rights, for the kinds of music that would be covered by small rights. We have that for worship. But there may be other venues where you want to perform copyrighted music. And for that, you need a performance license too, such as a coffee shop or some external site beyond your worship service. The primary provider of that kind of licensing in the United States is Christian Copyright Solutions through their Perform Music license. So 3 kinds of additional licenses you may wish to consider: the CVLI or the video license, a mechanical license, which you may need in some instances, and a performance license, whether small rights or grand rights. Hope this has been helpful. Remember, you can always contact me, worship@umcdiscipleship.org, or at the UMC Worship Facebook group, or just drop a line right here on this page, and perhaps your comment or suggestion might lead to a future episode of Q&A with Liturgy Man. The peace of Christ be always with you.